This is Winston. He's about a 10-month-old English sheepdog, and he is neutered. He is here for daycare training. This is about our 4th session. We are working on heel and also some impulse control when we are meeting and greeting new dogs. This video is designed just to give his owners a little reminders about how to do homework when there's no distractions going on, where we're going to start them off. Equipment that you need. You want a nice 6-foot leash. You want a gentle leader on Winston's nose. It's there under his fur someplace. And a bag of treats. We're using some yummy chopped up hot dog, though we very seldom use any treats right now. When you've got him in a sit-stay, you are going to kind of mentally prepare yourself. Get together and think about what you're doing. We are going to set off on a heel first, and then we will work on sit-stay after. When I ask Winston to heel, what I want him to do is walk right next to me on the left-hand side. His ears should be about level with my leg. So when we're walking, he should be right about here. That way I can see him out of the corner of my eyes, and he can see me out of the corner of his eye. You want to make sure your leash is always nice and loose. You don't want to be pulling up with any tension and making him do anything. It is Winston's responsibility to stay right next to us during the heel. We're going to use good and no to help him to stay in place. And we'll talk about the corrections and the reward that we use to keep Winston next to us. And we're also going to use yes to mark certain moments when Winston is doing really good and let him know that a treat is coming. Right now, I'm keeping... Nope, Winston, sit, stay. He was in a sit-stay while we're starting our video off, so since he got up, I want to make sure I put him back. Very nice job, buddy. Right now, I'm actually keeping the leash curled up in my left hand because it's been easier for me with Winston. So I wrap it around a couple times, and I give him just about, I don't know, maybe 18 inches. So keep it nice and loose, but I still have, it stays nice and loose on his head, but I still have pretty good control over him. Okay, so we are going to set off on the heel. And keep in mind that we have a couple other words to use: no, good, and yes. So when we start off, we're going to tell him what to do. Winston, heel. We're going to start off walking. Keep the leash in our hands at our side, nice and loose. And I'm multitasking, and you have to remember I have treats on the right-hand side of me too, so this could get a little tricky. Winston's a little farther up than I would like, so I'm going to tell him no. I'm going to stop. He stops. Then I'm going to tell him heel, remind him what to do, and we're going to set off again. Good boy. He's back to walking pretty much right next to me. My hand is nice and relaxed. The leash is nice and loose next to me. What a good puppy. He's been doing super well for his 4th session. This is fabulous because the first 2 times I pretty much got dragged down the road. It wasn't so pretty. He's been doing lovely though. I'm going to use one of those 3 other words that I have to use now to mark a moment when he's doing really good and let him know a reward's coming. Because really, we are walking down the road and he's either right next to me or even a little behind me, which I love, and it's been very useful for us as we turn corners because then he really knows where I'm going. Nope, out in front of me. Winston, heel. Nope, out in front of me. I'm going to stop him. Winston, heel. I'm going to start walking again, and I'm just going to let him know, good, this is what I like. You're back in position. And we are walking now. He's right next to me. What I was trying to say earlier is that I also want to mark some extra good moments. Occasionally I'm going to say yes. And now my right hand is going to go for my treat. I'm going to continue walking. I'm going to reach over and give him a treat because he's been right there for a while. We're really working this harder right now. I'm expecting him to go very far for very little treats. The major reward, the one that he really wants, is to keep walking, to keep going by us. That's a good job. Keep going through the neighborhood. So you've noticed my leg, his head, pretty much right next to each other. That's a good boy. I'm going to use that term good just to let him know that I like this. I like where he is. We're going to keep going. Good job. We're not necessarily going to stop for any rewards. Good just marks the moment he's doing a good thing and lets him know that verbally I'm acknowledging what a great job he's doing. You could also say, oh, such a smart puppy. No. Heel. If you notice, Winston kind of stepped out in front of me. I stopped. All my motion, I marked that moment with a no. That lets him know, oops, you're doing the wrong thing. Try again. And then I reminded him what he was supposed to be doing. Heel right next to me. That's a good job. Such a smart puppy. I have noticed Winston is a little sensitive to strange noises outside. Like we've walked past some yard workers and some people working on a garage door, and it makes him a little nervous. So you definitely want to use extra time and patience if you see somebody working outside making some noises that are a little bit out of the norm. So he hasn't been bad. He's just, you know, wants to know what's going on. Check it all out. Okay, so we are going to start again from the beginning. This is so good, Winston. We're going to stop right here. We're going to say sit. We're going to start all over again with one more to make it easy. Winston, stay.